Hello? Hello? Is anyone there? Hello? I hope it works now, actually. We had a problem. Like, as usual, I had, like, running 2 streams at the same time. Oh, well, I was playing it back and forth on YouTube.
So basically, because we're going to stream on YouTube as well as Warhorse Studios Twitch channel, I sent Toby my YouTube link, and it was playing a video, and we were, like, for ages we were trying to figure out what this noise was that was playing in the background really quietly.
I showed you some of the music pieces, right? And I heard it like several times, even though I quitted the player.
It's been playing for like half an hour.
Whatever. Let's just take. What time is it? Okay, 20
minutes late.
20 minutes late. That's, well, academic 20 minutes or something like that. Whatever. Welcome to the stream. Hello, and welcome. Today I have a very special guest, as you can see. Yes, from UK. I hope I did it right.
You did, yeah.
Kind of.
Right.
And we are going to show you Kingdom Come Deliverance, or, well, what we showed at E3 in Los Angeles, where we were last week. You unfortunately had no chance to go there.
No.
But I heard that you're coming to Gamescom eventually, so that's where we will catch him again and create something cool together. We are going to show you Kingdom Come Deliverance, as I said. We are going to show you what we showed at E3. It's, for some of you, it might be a little bit, let's say, some of you might recognize some stuff, because we will have, we will show parts of the first quest. We will show a skirmish, where you can, like, choose different types of weapons, and you can choose different types of opponents. And we will have a small skirmish going on, where it's like the real deal, where you're in the first time. Well, you had it in the beta already, right?
Yeah. So all my subscribers have seen, like, the final beta battle, which is pretty epic.
Yes.
And this is a smaller skirmish, right?
Exactly. That's a little bit small. Well, a lot smaller than in the beta, but still it shows how you can win or lose a fight in 1,000 different ways.
Yeah.
So that's definitely something we are looking forward to. We should try it together. And yeah, so the first thing before we start here is just some information for those interested as well. Again, I told you we were at E3 last week in Los Angeles, which was for us at Warhorse Studio pretty, let's say, successful. We had a very nice booth in the Concourse Hall, as usually. We met over 150 journalists, which is like crazy, because you have to consider that there's like a bunch of journalists coming every 30 minutes, and they're going to see the stuff, and you need to be the smiley face and say welcome to the show, and over again, which is, but it's
you've given this presentation a few times then.
I was on fire, man. I was on fire, and I'm still on fire, and that's why I'm going to show you the stuff right now. So let me just skip into the game. So now we are in there. I forget to. People, of course, should appreciate our nice beards and how we actually look like.
So Toby's basically trying to one-up me here. He's been working on his beard for a while
for
now.
Ages before I
feel like the longer you spend at Warhorse Studios, the more your beard becomes medieval.
The more my beard gets fabulous.
It's turning into the game.
Yes. So even though you most likely love the way how we look, I will just make us a little bit smaller. So you can
enjoy
enjoy the actual stuff, or the actual thing you came for. So it's KCD, of course. So at the Gamescom we offered those people, because it was the first time that journalists had the chance to do a hands-on session. We offered them to try different parts. The main story, which is the first quest of Kingdom Come, but this might be interesting for you anyway, because we added some new UI. You saw it already with for the skill checks. We added I might show you, if you're interested, the poop cutscene where you're throwing poop at the Germans' house. Of course, the Germans, after hundreds of years, still the best villains in every video game and movie. And people had the chance to do the combat tutorial and the skirmish. So we are going through that. So this
main story first.
Is the main story first. So it pretty much shows you the first quest of Kingdom Come Deliverance. Again, some of you might know this already, but still something changed, some things. Still, of course, it's work in progress, guys. So don't pick out the pitchforks and torches and stuff and try to kill us. But well,
to be honest, we played the storyline and we didn't have any bugs. It was fine, wasn't it?
Well,
not that I noticed.
Fingers crossed. let's make it look good. And well, as most of you know, Kingdom Come Deliverance takes place in Bohemia, in Silver Scalis, which is Bohemia is today's Czech Republic, and Silver Scalis is one of the cities that are still existing. Oh, no game sound.
I was gonna say, yeah.
No game sound, but now there's game sound, and no game, but now there's both. Yes. No one needs game sounds. Game sounds are for losers. If you can finish Kingdom Come without sounds, you're a real pro. However, so Kingdom Come Deliverance takes place in Silver Scalis, which is some kilometers, 50 kilometers or 30 miles south of us here in Prague. And the interesting thing is that all those villages, cities, castle, churches really existed. You had a chance to speak to our concept artist. You need to slap her. It's what you have to do.
It's very realistic.
and yeah, so that's where our main hero starts. You are Henry. You might recognize that he changed his hair slightly, which most of you will now
his
be
face,
like,
actually.
yeah, and his face. Since the beta, he's a new man, of course. But he changed his. Well, people saw already parts of the first quest, so they will now see the new hairstyle of Henry, which is much better, I think. Well, I like the one before as well because, well, I wear it, but no one can wear it as good as I can. Oh,
wait, what's this?
No. So yeah. So again, we are starting in the first in the village in Silver Scalis, and usually in Kingdom Come Deliverance, you're only leveling the stuff you are doing. So the more you sword fight, the more you fight with a mace or whatever, the better you get at it. Like Skyrim, kind of,
Yeah,
right?
so you start off as a complete novice, though.
Exactly. In the beginning of the game, you're no one, and in the end of the game, you're less of a no one, but still, you will never become a lord or something like this, or a, how is it called, jarl, and this kind of stuff. You will never become this one, but yeah, well, you will throughout the game. You're of course experiencing different stuff, and according to your play style, you will develop and get some new RPG stats. Of course, they will help you. But especially in the combat,
you already leveled up there.
Yes, because here in the beginning, when our mother asked us what we actually did yesterday, there's like the first like option or chance to get some quests, some stats.
Okay, so here we have. We can just be like, what does it matter, Mum? We can shrug her off.
Yes, exactly. Or we can. What does it matter?
Oh, so this actually levels your skill.
Yes.
Okay.
But only in the beginning.
Yeah, that's nice actually. It's quite an immersive way to do that.
Exactly.
So agility, what does agility actually affect?
Well, agility, for example, affects your stamina bar you have on the bottom. So
I would say agility is more useful than vitality.
Yeah, well,
you have good stamina.
No.
You don't need to worry about getting hit.
Well, the problem is, or you will see this later, that the stamina is the buffer for your health. So the more stamina you have, it's good for attacking, of course. The more stamina you have, the more you can attack, block, and stuff. But it's also a buffer for your health. So if you run out of stamina and get a hit, you will most likely die. No matter armor you are wearing, that's like a... So stamina management is extremely important for the game. And that's something definitely you should take a look on. I will skip through some parts here just to show you more stuff already, but yeah, for the ones who want to check more of that. At E3 actually, usually, well, here in Silver Scalis we are in some kind of safe space, but at E3 we allowed the journalists to check this chest, and even Link would be jealous of this chest because it's full of weapons, armor, here some different shields and stuff. And they were allowed to like go through the village and do some rampage.
Oh, what? You could literally just go and
mercilessly
kill
but
all
the thing is,
citizens.
it was a chance to show the journalists.
Yeah.
However, since this is like a safe space where you cannot run away and stuff, you will most likely end dying because you had no chance to train earlier the combat.
Okay, so
like if you wish to, you can do that, and it will trigger the crime system. The guards might attack you, which is cool because Firewall kicked me, so I kicked it back.
Okay, there we
Whatever! It would be way too easy if it would work without any bugs. But the good thing is that it's not a game bug, but a firewall bug. Well, whatever. Let's just continue. So where was I stopping?
We're about to talk to your dad.
Exactly. I was doing something with my dad. Let me just check if I see something there on the other side, and it's back. Okay, that's good. It says it's back. That's a good thing. I need to reload my screen here.
So guys, just so you know, some of you asked in the comments, I am going to do a playthrough of this where you guys will actually see the story as well. But right now, this is just a developer playthrough so you guys can understand more about the systems and mechanics of the game and how they work. So we're going to skip through most of the story, which I guess is good in the sense that it doesn't spoil anything in the tutorial for anyone who wants to wait as well. But yeah, I'll do a sort of story playthrough later on.
Yes. Before the firewall kicked us, our father, to who we were talking earlier, he said actually that he's working on a sword. So he's the smith of the village, and he's working on a sword, and he wants us to run some errands for him, get the cross guard, get the pommel, and he introduced us to some of the core features of the game. Of course, fetch quest is the easiest one, but then he wants us to talk to a guy who owes him money. He wants us to buy some stuff, where you have to go to the shop, of course. And but what we also saw, it just got away, but we will check it again. It's the codex. We got a new codex entry, and that's something we added to the game as well. So for those who are interested in history, will have a chance. It will when you come and discover a new city, like for example here Ratai, or I don't know, Rovna, Samopesh, all those villages.
So is this all locked until you get there and discover
Yes, exactly.
it? Oh, okay.
For the E3, we had it open for the journalists, so they could take a look if they're interested. Of course, it's still a work in progress, but it shows you pretty much which cities and villages you can meet. Again, if you remember, I told you that this is based on true events, based on true villages and settings and stuff.
Yeah.
Here's Silver Skellis, which will be attacked in the game where you...
1384.
Exactly. You were one of the sole survivors, actually really got attacked. And the most interesting parts is like...
Yeah, this is my favourite bit, because you get to read all the characters' backstories. So when you meet someone, you can be like, oh, who is that person? And you don't have to know all the history before playing the game. You can sort of figure it out and work it out as you move along.
Not all of them are necessarily in the game as NPCs. However, they will most likely talk about them at some point, or they will be somehow important for the story. So that's why they are mentioned here as well, so you can learn something about it. Conrad here, for example, and that might be interesting for you, is played by Brian Blessed.
Oh yeah.
So Conrad Kaiser will be played by, or is played by by Brian Blessed. He's the voice actor for him, and he's actually a German military engineer who will help you in the game. He will build a trebuchet for you, and then together you can attack. In the questing, you will be able to attack one of the cities. So things is going on here. People are talking to each other.
So that's the bit you showed me earlier. I found that really interesting. How you walk along through the game world and people are having these different conversations about what they're currently doing or events that are happening in the game. So as you go on, these conversations change. And all these like animations and things like that just sort of bring the game world to life.
It's exactly as you say. If it starts to rain or something happens in the world, it will somehow change the dialogue. So, for example, if you remember if you play GTA, where we have the Weasel News, which always comments what happened. So this might be something like this, where people are talking about the current situations. You don't have to listen to it. You can listen to it. It's just some chip chat, which is interesting because it gives like it's alive. Like there's a market, things like people are selling some stuff, and it's cool.
So this is the drunk.
Yes, that's the douchebag. That's the douchebag Kunesh who's owing our father some money, and we got the job to actually get the stuff back for him. Either money or the stuff our father sold him. So we can try to get that. And again, this is something you eventually already saw, but there is something new which you will see in a second. So if we say, pay the loot or else, you troublemaker.
He'll come here himself and hammer those nails into your hairy
Something
ass.
with nails and hairy ass. Nice.
The dialogue in this game.
Oh yes. Well, we definitely tried our best. So I hope you can see this. Yes, you will be able to see this. So we have now, it's a skill check, right? So this introduces you to the RPG system, to the skill check in the game. You can either try to persuade him, you can try to intimidate him. However, in Kingdom Come you always have one chance, so you have to choose it. If it fails, you need to deal with the situation. If you win, you win. And what we can see right now on the bottom left and bottom right are the stats of you, and Kunesh. So we have right now speech 2, impression 2, strength 2, and this You said it looks like a pig. I still
Apparently
believe
it's a dog.
apparently it's a dog. So this is like something like your badassness, which I
So
came up with this term, and I
yeah.
still think that's the best for it.
If you're wearing like a full suit of armor and you're kitted out, maybe you've been in a battle and you've got blood all over you, and you come and intimidate this guy, he's so much more likely to be like, oh, okay then, I'll listen to what you're saying.
That's exactly what it is. So those play together. Strength and the badassness kind of play together when you want to intimidate someone.
Yeah.
The speech skill and the impression also play together if you want to persuade someone. Because the more you look like a lord, eventually they might listen to you or be afraid of you or something. The same goes with strength and intimidation. So the more you look like a badass, the more, or like if you are fighting, your weapon can get bloody or will get bloody if you kill someone or injure someone, and this will add to the badass level because you have like a bloody sword. So yeah, that's a cool thing. However, it failed because we saw what I forgot to mention is that Kunesh had only question marks there. It's because we don't know his stats.
Yeah.
So we don't tell you if you will win or lose. You will have to try out. We can either find out if you talk to him and find out through dialogue. You can try to talk to the villagers here in Silver Skulls and find out something about him, or you just listen to the dialogue. If you know that Kunesh is like the drunkard and local fighter and also always into bad stuff, you should not try to intimidate him or fight with him.
Like Toby is.
Oh, damn it. Kick him. Oh, yes.
So you've got a really interesting sort of fighting system, even the fist fights. It's based on a certain fighting style, right?
Exactly. We had sword fighters in the studio who also told us how the fist fight should look like. We have a mixture now between kicking and those fists and palm strikes.
You're sort of combining those attacks together by the looks of it.
Exactly. Kunesh is programmed to be a tough guy, and that's what I have a hard job right now. Because as you see, he's almost dodging every hit I throw at him. On the bottom you see the yellow bar. You see that the UI changed a little bit. You see that the stamina is bigger than you might recognize from the beta. This is just, we decided that we will make the stamina bar a little bit bigger than the health bar, as you see. And on the bottom left, on the top left, this violet thing, it says health. Right now he will not die, so it's a scripted thing. He cannot die either. Oh, damn it! Either you.
Oh.
I knew I shouldn't have looked in my inventory. You will see the energy of your opponent there. Oh gosh, I'm going to die. No.
He's not happy.
No. Why did we extend the stamina? So we make you fight even if you're almost dead. So just to, because once you ran out of energy, out of health, there was like almost like one hit at max or something like this. Last minute win. That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
Well played.
Enough, I give up. You better do. However, if I would lose, and that's pretty interesting, if I would lose, that doesn't mean that the quest has failed.
No.
In Kingdom Come we have another approach there. The same way where you have just one chance to do like the skill check thing. If you fail or lose, you have to deal with the situation. You also have to deal with the situation if you fail or lose the next step. So if you would lose against Kunesh, you would either have to go to your father. I think that's what we did in the last live stream. Oh, the
sheep are just out roaming the plains.
They saw the fight and got excited. We better not distract them anymore.
Did they escape their pen?
And so you can either go to your father and tell him that you got beaten up, and he will give you money, because you need to go to this charcoal guy here and buy the charcoal. And and you can only buy the stuff if you actually have money, which I didn't took the stuff of Kunesh, but you could sell the stuff here.
Oh yeah, Kunesh gave us the key as well. So
exactly, he gave us a key and the permission to enter his house. If we wouldn't have this permission, there would be trespassing, and then it would be a crime actually, and the guards would try to hunt us down. So you cannot just enter someone's property. Here's a guy who we called Gambler, which pretty much explains what he does. He's gambling, and that's something we also added to the game. It's a dice mini game. We have no money currently, so we cannot play for money, but it's a dice mini game which is called Farkle. If you ever heard about that, I don't know, but
I'll be surprised.
I'm not exaggerating if I say it's 1,000 years old. Maybe it's even older. Like, it's a super old dice mini game, which is something we will add to the game as well to spice it up a little bit. I actually still play this with my friends in the pub So this didn't die this game, and maybe some of you might recognize. So it's pretty easy. You have 6 dice. You are throwing the dice. At every turn you need to take at least 1 die that is scoring. And how do you score? With 1s or 5s. 1 is worth 100, 5 is worth 50, and you have it there. 3 of a kind is worth the number of eyes times 100. So 3 6s are 600, for example. 3 3s are 300, and every further die after 3 of a kind doubles the score of the 3 of a kind. So, but you need to throw them in 1 turn. However, as I said, you need to score in every turn. Otherwise, you bust.
So you've got.
So currently we have 50 here and 3
that only
2s.
adds up to.
And this is together 2 2 2 gives 200, and the 50 gives 250. Right? So I could now say score and pass. That's what we do. We got the 250 points. It's the other one's turn. So we will wait what happens with him. Oh, he scored a lot. 500, 550, and he did score and pass. So now I will be a bit more greedy, right? So as I said, I need to score in every turn.
Yeah.
So I take the 5s and say score and continue, which means I will take the 100 points and can go on, but I need to score. Otherwise, I lose everything I won so far. So double 6 is nothing. 3 6s are worth something. So do I score with something? Oh, 3 4s. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now I scored with all the dice, and now I can take them all again and start from the beginning and add more points and
so
points
that's
and
the
points.
advantage.
That's the advantage.
Going
Oh,
through all your dice.
3 1s is worth 1,000, and this is 1,050. Now, if I would play, we would have 1,650 right now. But because I went greedy, I take the points and try to go even further. So, did we score? Bust. I lost all the points I made. And you hear the sound. It's laughing at us.
Messed up.
So I will give this up.
Yeah.
You won. Very good luck. However, we can change the odds to our favor. We can buy or find throughout the world. We can find cheating dice.
Which is
Which are
clever.
only 5s, only 1s or something, and you can combine your own deck kind of dice, and then you can try to.
So if someone catches on to the fact you're using loaded dice,
we still are considering how to deal with that.
Yeah.
So we are going to look about that. There are 2 options: either he will recognize you somehow or not. So we are thinking still about that, how we will do it in the proper way. However, so far here in this game, in this build, he will not recognize that you have cheating dice. But yeah, so here's the market thing. You can buy stuff here. People will shout. They will react to you. Onion soup, that's good. But we don't want to buy anything right now. Oh, sorry, I bumped into her. We're going to the pub, because what's happening in the pub? In the pub, people are talking about politics usually. And that's what's happening.
never a good thing.
No.
Politics in the pub.
No. Drinking and politics is a bad thing. So what's happening here? Oh, we are full of blood actually. Meh. So what's happening here? The German guy, which is the guy on the right, is arguing with the 2 dudes here on the left, and they are talking about the current political situation. So they are talking about how the King Sigismund of Hungary is attacking Bohemia, and the Germans are supporting that because they think that King Sigismund is a strong new ruler who bring order to the empire. That's what he's going to say. Again, Germans are the best villains, even so many years, even today. So even back then. However, the Bohemians, of course, say that he's dumb. That's stupid what he says, because Sigismund is killing Bohemians, innocent people. He's raiding the country, and he's pretty much the brother of the current king of Bohemia and the son of the former king of Bohemia.
Yeah.
So that's even a family fraud, family thing that's going on there, and it's pretty complicated, however. But that's the political situation what's happening here, and this will lead to a huge civil war later in the Holy Roman Empire.
Okay.
Because Bohemia was part of the Holy Roman Empire, they ruled it from there, and the Germans, the other nations they were of course more, but the German nations supported the invading king, the Bohemians didn't, so civil war break out later, and that's what you're going to see soon. So what's happening here? He's again talking about political stuff. My friends, we and my friends, or I and my friends, are listening to the situation in the back, and they will say in a second that this German dude is telling so much shit. How about we redecorate his house
With shit.
with shit? Of course, that's what he deserves.
Appropriate.
Deutsch has gone too far.
Deutsch is an idiot. But what can you do?
I might have an idea. Deutsch deserves to be taught a lesson, doesn't he, Fritz?
Too, my view. Should give him a proper hiding.
That's my favorite
Man.
character.
Do you want to end up in the pillory?
Fritz is,
Don't listen to Fritz.
Fritz is great.
I've got a better idea.
And his name is
Deutsch was
Fritz.
talking
He
such
must be
shit.
great.
Made me think of that huge pile of manure. You know? The one right next to his freshly whitewashed house.
You think we should redecorate for him? Count me in.
Well, I'd rather torch it, to be honest. But throwing some tears will do.
What do you say,
Great
Henry?
guy.
But
So-
I was going to get ale for father.
I told you about the
Two
Kunish
other
thing.
things.
If we would
We're
lose
finishing
against
some
Kunish,
Rapid sword.
there would be a third option.
Come on.
Well, they will ask us in a second, are you with us or not? We can say yes,
It's our duty
then
to
we're
defend
going
the
through
honor
the
of our
poop.
king.
We can say no, then they will
So-
go alone,
Yeah.
and we can like follow them, for
You with
example. We
us?
can watch them, we can re-enter the quest if we're interested. They will like do the stuff even without us, which is
Yeah, so
important. that-
things go on around you even if
Exactly.
you don't participate in it.
and that's the point, that the game is not built around you, but you are part of the game.
Yeah.
And that's
yeah.
and it crashed.
Oh, dear.
The game is not built around you. The game is built around crashes. No, that's no problem. I will.
I like how it's been playing perfectly fine, and then we go to stream it, and we've had no end of issues.
And you know what's funny? We played this on E3, and it didn't crash once. So
Really?
that's. I guess the nice thing
Should
of
have
live
played it on
streams.
the laptop.
Should have played it on the laptop. Actually, yes, that's the only thing I changed is that I plugged the game into a stronger PC. Maybe that's the reason why it does not work. However, whatever, right?
So someone asked me if
Yes.
you changed anything about the archery, or changed like the hunting mechanics and how that worked.
Not at all. We made it a little bit like kind of easier, like less shaky and stuff. But still, we decide that, or we by design, we want to make the archery or the bow shooting pretty tough.
Tough but deadly.
Tough and deadly, exactly, and that's
Yeah.
the point. We want you, if you use the bow, we want you to be like a one-hit wonder guy with it, like killing someone with a one shot or two shots. That's what we aim for. That's why, to not overpower the bow, we make you lose the crosshair in the middle. Just
Okay, yeah.
that's the only reason. So
Which I think is
I was with-
makes sense as a design
Stop
decision,
it.
because if you had that
Well,
crosshair, it would be like potentially too easy for you to go around like shooting people
it's
from a
actually,
distance.
you know what's funny? It's actually not that. Well, it is of
Well,
course
to be honest,
tricky.
I've seen you do it, and you make it look easy, but I know for a fact it's hard because I've tried to do it.
But that's also a little bit the point of KCD. We want you to kind of focus on your particular playstyle. So if you want to be the
Like
bow
mastering.
if you exactly,
Come
if
here,
you want to be
Marchio.
sorry that was too close. If you want to be the bow shooter, well then go and shoot the bow.
At least you
But
know.
you need to really
No.
train it, and it requires your personal skill. The same goes with the sword. The RPG system or mace or whatever other weapon you decide to use. So if you the RPG system will help you. So even with the bow, it will be less shaky. It will slightly zoom and stuff like that. You will be able to hold it for a longer time. Then you will have more stamina and stuff. At sword fighting, you will be faster, better at blocking, and these kind of stuff. But still, we require a lot of personal skill of the player. So in order for you to be a master bow shooter or whatever like this, you need to have that personal skill.
Okay.
Just you won't be overpowered.
I think because obviously a lot of my audience are Skyrim players, they're all big bow
wow.
fans.
Well, I'm a bow fan as well, but you are immediately holster the right word? Holster the bow and putting out your weapon takes a long time.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
if you
switch around.
if exactly, so if you decide to go in with the bow, you can do that. That's what I do in the skirmish most of the time. I start with the bow and then switch to the melee weapon, which actually the bow shooters of the opponents do as well. There will be bow shooters. If you attack them, they will turn around and put away their bow and take out their melee weapon. So if you're fast enough, you can kill those guys there with the bow. However, the sword is faster. It's just a melee weapon. The bow is a mid-range weapon, so you need to consider this. Any other questions from your Fuzz Rodar? Yes, Fuzz Rodar is something we need to implement as well.
We need more dragons in
We
this
need
game,
more
Toby.
dragons. We need
Not
an
enough dragons.
arrow to the knee and stuff like
No,
that.
it has an arrow to the knee.
Well, if you aim well.
Yeah, I've done it a few times.
So this is the house of the German guy. So we are going here now, discuss the plan. Oh, ma'am. Ma'am wants to discuss with us.
She wants
So
to join
we doing
in.
this or not?
Wait. We have to check that the coast is clear.
Why? The Deutsch is in the tavern.
But maybe you noticed after all these years that he has a wife and a son?
And that's a problem?
Aye, it is. Henry, you go and lure her away somehow.
Why me?
Because you're the clever one.
Because you're the clever one.
I love Fritz. Fritz is
Yeah.
great. Yeah. So let's throw the manure and then continue to the fighting, which will be something new for you.
What do you want?
Or like the tutorial thing was made only for E3, but it gives a good overview of how things are going and how things should look like and stuff. And after the tutorial, she's now running to the German guy. Oh,
yeah.
skipped it. I told her that we told her that her husband is telling shit in the pub,
Yeah.
and that he even mentioned the popes and stuff. So he's like,
So
oh my
she's
god,
oh my god.
not again.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
It almost seems as worse to pick up shit and throw it.
What are you waiting for,
Like-
soldier?
Excuse me?
It seems as
Fire
bad
that
to like
train
pick up the
shit.
shit, let alone throw it out the house.
Did you hear the sound engineering in there? Like even make it sound proper.
Clean. Fun.
Nearly
If
as good
someone's
as having
asked,
that
can you
traitor
kill a chicken?
Nearly.
Like
Yes.
in Skyrim, the
Of
whole
course.
village will attack you.
For Sigismund.
Well, actually, I am not sure what happens if you kill a chicken and someone sees it. That's
We can
a
try it
smart
later.
question.
What the fuck do you think you're doing?
That's my terrible voice acting. Yeah,
Hey,
yeah, I
Recognize the
know.
voice?
Can't you see? We're decorating
I'm
your
Hans.
house for you.
It's like your old man was saying in the tavern about that traitor Sigismund. We're just doing what we have to do.
Oh, sons! I'll make those smiles off your faces!
Oh, I'd like to see you try.
You're so embarrassed.
What are you doing here?
Our sound
Yeah.
guy promised me that I
Hanging
get
out
a
with
second
his
chance. He
poxy
said it's
pusher.
okay, but I'd
Hey,
rather
let's
take the
try
second
out
chance.
The latest
Okay.
German fashion.
Latest German fashion.
Yes,
I
there will
agree.
be horse combat.
Yes, horse combat and even horse archery. And it will be pretty tough.
I'll make you pay for that.
Yeah, it will be pretty tough, but it's in there.
So we pissed off these people, we've
Yes.
caught us out, and now we're engaging in a fist fight with them.
We can
Is it
enter.
possible
We
to
don't
lose
have.
this fight.
Excuse me.
Is it possible to lose this fight?
If you lose, this is again. There's a tutorial thing. So
Okay.
certain things need to happen here.
Yeah.
If you lose this fight, there will be a lady coming. If you lose or win the fight, no matter what happens, there will be a lady coming in a second, and she will shout something like, "Run! The catch pole is coming!" and then you have to run away. So this is pre-scripted. Only in the tutorial, however. Damn it. So once you get out of here, the open world pretty much starts. The time starts to run because there will be no day and night cycles here inside your
Yeah,
first.
the tutorial zone until you sort of
tutorial zone.
complete the prologue of the game.
Exactly.
And then you were saying that some of the larger battles later on, you can lose them and they have implications later on in the game, which I thought was really interesting.
Exactly, and that's for example in the beta as well. You played it. Oh damn it! So if you lose the damn it, help me. If you lose the beta quest, oh there's a girl coming already on the top.
Guy just casually walking past.
Yes. Hello sir, don't mind me, gentlemen. I'm just doing my business. So she's shouting something. Stop right now! Catchpole is coming. If we stay here, Catchpole will arrest us. So we don't do this. We should run away. And once we run away, the quest continues, and so on. So if you gather the stuff, there's another small thing here. Our father wants us to get some ale, which we
May
get
the
here.
Lord watch over you, Henry.
Yes, thank you, Bianca, for this
Is
notification.
Bianca your love interest as well?
Yes.
Because
You too, handsome. What brings you here?
a lot of people have asked me if there's like a oh yeah.
You do, of course. Not cheesy at
Just
all.
listen to the cheesy one.
Oh, noble sir. I'm as honored as any simple maid can be. And apart from my beauty, what else might your worship desire?
So, picture for father.
need ale.
Don't mind the
Father
lip sync
told me to go and see
and face
Christ.
animations and stuff.
Then
This is something
maybe
which
you
usually
get them
is
before
done
you
in
pay.
the end of
I
the
needed to
development,
gather
not
strength
while
so
and
you
not
can
before,
have your
because
beautiful face.
faces change, hair change,
Henry.
the size of the characters change, so then it's gone anyway.
So it's
Must
a
to be-
final thing.
It's a final thing that must be done in the end. So don't overjudge it here. Okay. I don't know why we didn't get the.
Yeah,
we
so
get
the other question was if you'd have romantic interests in the game and like sort of people to pursue.
Well, kind of. You cannot. It's not like how was the game Fable? Yes, you cannot have a relationship and then get a child or a house or something. But throughout the questing, first you are Bianca is your girlfriend, but she unfortunately, spoiler, dies in the attack. Horrific, and then you will find someone else who actually saves your life. So there's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
And you will create a relation to her, but you will not have like a family option or something like this.
Yeah.
So E3 combat tutorial, I will skip through that and just show you shortly what this was.
Your end is nigh.
The journalists got something like this, and then they were able to play it. We actually on E3 we played it on the PlayStation 4, so the journalists had the chance to play it on consoles, which is great proof that it runs on consoles, and it ran pretty decently. So if you like, pretty good, I guess. So if you
for the combat, we've got. Toby was telling me that each one of these enemies, obviously you have your equipment of armor and they attack you and they have hit detection. So say for example you're not wearing a helmet, the AI knows that you're not wearing a helmet and they'll try and hit you in the head, because obviously if they do, it'll do tons more damage than hitting you in like your gauntlet, which might be armored.
And that's what you should also do if you see this dude here who has no helmet. So if you attack his head, he might die immediately or after 2, 3, 4 hits, maybe one. Is sufficient, but if you try to poke him in the breastplate or like in the arm, shoulders or something like this, legs, he will stand most of the blows. However, it also depends on what kind of weapon you're using.
Can we try out the halberd?
We haven't tried the halberd.
No, we haven't yet.
But the halberd, well, we can use it, but we can use
that, or I'll give you 10 euros if you can kill a fully armored knight with a bludgeon.
Well, this will take forever. But the halberd, you see it if you look down, you see that I carry it around me. So the halberd you can also see it here in the shadow. That I cannot put it in my inventory. Once I unequip it or use another weapon or bow or something, he will drop it on the ground. So you cannot put the halberd inside your pockets. So if you talk to this dude, then, or if the journalists talk to this dude, you could fight with 1-4, for example, let's say light armor, start the fight, let's say, and then you were inside it. They were always able to respawn. Have I equipped my weapon? Yes, of course I have, because I cannot unequip it. And it's very, very slow, because it's a huge stick you are holding in your hand. It's very slow.
You move slowly as well.
But it's best for poking. So just stab him to death if you can. Of course.
Obviously, if he dodges that, you can just get in there and swing. And you can't do a lot.
You can also swing, but it's like a really heavy swing from far away. So this is like not the best thing.
Can you do feint attacks with it? Do they work?
Let's try.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
And it works. Feint attacks works that you start your blow. I'm out of stamina. You start your attack like from the top right, for example, and I messed it up.
Yeah.
That you start from one side and last minute change to the other, and then you can like do feint attacks. However, it's not that easy, and that's why I got my butt kicked. However, he already lost some energy. This is good. Oh no.
Oh. Yeah, I see.
But
I
need to be honest. I'm not the biggest fan of the halberd, of this weapon type. Not like in the game. It's great, but I prefer the 1.5 sword, the one he is using right now. Oh god damn it! I was out of.
Okay. Go to your true weapon. Maybe.
I will try it. So if we take this one, he dropped the halberd somewhere. There it is. We could take a shield as well, but I don't want that. If I have the merchant's shirt.
Is there an advantage to not using a shield and just two-handing the sword?
Well, you are. One thing is that you are faster and stronger with it. The other thing is the shield is recommended for if you're using a short sword, because if you're using a short sword, then the opponent is always most of the time far away of you, because you need to be very close to him to actually hit him, which is a problem.
Yeah.
If you are so close to him, you of course also are like he can also get you, which is a problem, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
So, and there's something new I want to show you.
All right.
So if you let's go here, and you will recognize it. So the combat system, for those who don't know it from maybe from your channel, but you said it already most of the time. You have this star system, or this rows where you can choose the different angles from where you want to attack. You can stab in the middle if you want, so you have 6 zones where you can attack. However, if you take a look at the red dot in the middle, if it shifts to the green shield, then that's the right spot, the right timing for the perfect block. It's easy to execute the perfect block if you wait for his hit, right? But it gets way trickier because he can, and that's funny, perfect block your perfect block, and then the time window where you have to where you have to click the block button is way smaller, of course.
I see.
Way shorter.
And you can also do it so if you're attacking and then he perfect blocks you, you can block his parry.
Exactly. And
I like how he's wearing a chandelier on his head.
he looks like a motorcycle guy a little bit. So let's try to...
Yeah, all this armor, by the way, that you see them wearing is all historically accurate and like researched. It's the kind of stuff they would have worn back then.
You had the chance to talk to our historian today, right?
Yeah.
What did you talk about?
Chat. We spoke about a lot about the backstory of the game and how it sort of shapes the story and the character, and also about the different armors and how they're sort of layered. So obviously you have your plate metal on the outside, but if you don't put something like a gambeson, which is kind of like a jumper, underneath it to absorb the impact of those blows, you actually end up taking more damage almost. And you also said about the different weapons having different effects on different types of armor. So a mace is really effective against plate armor. And what was the other one? Puncturing attacks on axes.
Exactly.
Being really effective.
Axe is like something in between a blunt weapon and a slashing weapon, like a sharp weapon. So we have this tip on the bottom, and even a sharp like blade on one point, but it also gives a lot of blunt damage. However, the sword, for example, is only a sharp weapon. It's not so good against plate armor, or not good at all against plate armor. That's why it takes me forever to kill this guy here in his armor.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, and that's also something you need to know, that we powered them up for E3, all of them.
Oh yeah, so they're not all going to be this sort of tanky.
Yes, exactly. What we wanted to give a chance to really try in the tutorial, the combat.
Demonstrate how it works.
So yes.
I mean, you guys probably appreciate it. If you go back and watch my beta video now, you'll see that the difference in how smooth the combat is just so noticeable.
But it's still hard as hell. But which is a good thing.
Yeah,
I think.
that's a good thing.
What do you think about the combat? I mean, it's so special.
I really like the combat simply because it's a game. Like a lot of games have different combos that you can perform, like this one. And you can pretty much go in there and just smash one button or one combo, and just it works every time. But with this game, like you just can't button mash because you die straight away. And I really like that there's that idea that you have to master the game before you can, you have to sit there and sort of figure out how the combat works and be more tactical and calculated about each attack. So you can't just sit there and swing a sword and do damage. And you've also got to look at, maybe you'd go for this guy's legs because he's not wearing as much armor down there compared to his head because he's got a helmet on. So it's so much more. There's so many like sort of levels to it that you can sort of think about, which I think is really cool. There you go.
Took me forever, but I win in the end. So yeah, and that's what people were able to try here.
Yeah.
So we even have like the people were asking about the bow, right? So the bow is here as well. So people had the chance to.
Do you want to show that off in the final skirmish as well?
Yeah,
because that was really cool when you showed me it earlier.
It is, but the RPG stats or the stats of the bow are not correct yet here in the game.
Oh, okay. So
which means that it's not as powerful as it's supposed to be. Right now, they survive, I think, 5 arrows or so, which is of course way too much. So let's try to. Yes, almost bullseye, and now they're far in the back.
Daniel was telling me about how strong you'd need to be to, use a bow and how have very few arrows and how sort of realistic archery is.
Like you mean in real life?
Yeah, and how much damage it does. And he was talking to all these sort of professionals that did it, and then he came back, and when he made the game, he wanted it to be that kind of realistic, where having a bow is kind of like a real threat and a real presence on the battlefield. But also, you know, like you said, if you're trying to shoot someone at point blank, and he's like scripted the enemies now where they'll, you know, start sprinting at you to actually attack you, and then you won't be able to get your sword out, and you know, you can just go down really quickly.
Well, what we are going to... Well, exactly. We had the bow shooter here in the studio, and he showed us all the war bows and stuff, and he's like really like a strong dude. So
we have the hole in the wall as well.
We have a hole in the wall. That's another story. However, we are right now in a skirmish, and this skirmish is the end of a long quest line, which eventually does not have to happen. It only happens if you, in the questing before, decided several things. So there's like this bandit lord hiding in the forest, and your lord wants to get him, and you will have the chance to go there, sneak in like in the beta, like when you sneaked in into the Przybysławiec in the camp.
Oh yeah, you don't have to do that. You could show up without even exploring.
Exactly.
The camp.
So you can exactly. You can sneak in there. You can try to talk to him. You can tell him, listen, if you're not running away, we will come and kill you. He might flee then, and then you go back to your lord. He will be pissed that you told the soldiers, but you solve this in a peaceful way, kind of. So Kingdom Come Deliverance is almost finishable in a peaceful way.
Yeah, you said you could almost get through the entire game without killing anyone.
Sometimes there's like a point where you have to. There's like the master. I equipped the master armor right now, which is straw hat. And
you've dressed yourself as a farmer who's just happened upon this battlefield.
Exactly, but we call it equipped master armor, but which might be way more interesting for you. And that's not a bug. That's not a bug. We right now are in full plate armor, so let's take a look on our character there. Full plate armor with a full plate helmet and a visor.
And your visibility is.
And your visibility is
diminished.
Gone.
Yeah.
But you have that's why Kingdom Come Deliverance is something. Someone wrote something, whatever. Let me just check if it's something emergency release. Please let Ezo play the skirmish. Oh gosh. Good luck, sir.
Fine.
There's someone coming at you
today. I've got my sword out, haven't I? No, it left. Here we go.
Are you mouse and keyboard player or?
No, I'm a controller player.
Okay, you will die. You will die. Even the strongest armor you can have in the game. I will tell you something about that. So you have the full plate armor, which gives you full defense, right?
Okay.
However, even with full plate armor, you won already.
Oh, okay.
I will explain later why this happened. You can just push start and do start.
You are victorious.
Yes, just push start.
So the AI in this game are so sort of smart that you could literally stand there and do nothing, and they could potentially win the battle without you.
Yes,
because you're not like a super powerful hero, right? So
exactly.
It's not all up to you to complete the battle and win everything.
What we did not saw, we will go there in a second, is there's like AI facing AI, right? And if you don't do nothing, eventually they will just fight against each other and everything can happen. You win if you kill all of those soldiers, and you win if you kill the bandit lord. So if he dies first, then you won the battle. The other way around, if you lose too many men, you will lose. Or if you die, you will lose, of course, obviously.
So let's pick up our...
What kind of armor you want.
I want to go for this leather one.
Okay, you have it already. The script will...
okay, sweet.
But it's only for E3, so that did automatically.
Go for my favorite sword, which is also your one.
You need to equip it, because you have currently... Go into the inventory. Down, push down.
Oh yeah, press and P for Skyrim.
There, change that
for... sword.
Yes, there you go.
Right.
And yeah, so... that's what it's going to happen there. Let's maybe go close and wait a second what they have to say. So what I wanted to say is that this bandit lord is hiding in the forest, and you are about to go and kill them, right? So if you go there in the first place and tell him that you will go and that will come and that will kill him, he might flee, which is good for you if you want to solve the quest in a peaceful way. However, your lord will be angry at you, and he might then don't sneak kill him. They might get angry. And your lord will be angry at you, and this might open or close some other quest. Okay. So your decisions matter, and whatever you choose in the questing beforehand might resolute in another outcome. Yeah. So this skirmish also only happened for those guys. Sorry, that's Luke Dale, if you know him, also one of the British actors.
Oh right, okay.
However, this skirmish only happens if you want it to happen. That's what I want to tell you. In this build, if you oh, he's a bit drunk, I guess. If you lose like if your commander calls for retreat, if you lose too many soldiers,
Let's go.
then your soldiers will run
Oh,
away.
he's coming straight out.
Oh, he holstered his weapon.
He was
I don't know, but he has his weapon out. You should punish him for holstering his weapon.
That guy actually beat you up with his fist before.
Take a look at your stamina. Without stamina, you cannot fight.
Oh,
Stamina
yeah, I
management.
see.
Oh,
They've got 2 guys, so...
3 guys.
Oh my goodness, they're beating me senseless. So as you can see, when you get outnumbered...
Don't go in the middle of the skirmish. Rule number 1.
I wasn't in the middle.
Well, almost. The moment you go there, the AI recognizes that, and they will try to flank you. So they will
We
go.
go a new game and then...
Yes, new
back
game
to
and
the
do skirmish.
Okay.
Let me try, please.
Yeah, go for it. Toby can give a much better
Oh
demonstration
well,
than I
no,
can.
that's the point. If there are on the left side on the mountain, there are archers of yours, and if those archers are killing the bandit lord because they decided to shoot at him, then the skirmish also is finished.
Yeah.
And this is like for PR guys like me, this is a nightmare because it can finish in. It can end in 5 seconds, but it can also end in 5 minutes because they just keep on blocking each other over and over again, and yeah. So so this is something that people were able to play through, and this is again a very small idea of how the skirmishes look like, or how your choices actually matter. So
Okay.
let's take just in case that I have to fight, I will try to take this. Your archer dudes are going up the mountain there on the left. You can follow them if you wish. You don't have to.
Just throw a sword from a distance.
Throw a sword. Take it! I don't want to fight. And now we can... Yeah, so those guys will talk like shit against each other. And you are able to either wait till they finish the stuff or start earlier. Which I'm going to do now. Oh, there's a rabbit.
There's a rabbit. Kill the rabbit, put it out of its misery quickly.
Oh! I missed. What a misery.
Don't worry, you've got another shot.
So now...
Try and hit the bandit leader in the head.
What do you say, man?
Oh, almost.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Come on. Oh, good.
Oh.
But he should be dead already,
he
which
should
he
be
isn't. So just don't mind that he has not an arrow in the knee, but an arrow in the head. But my dude friend should help me. Help me.
Yeah, it's cool that the AI help you out. Like, they can see that you're struggling, so they come over there. And, he's getting
he is also
destroyed by a halberd.
I will help him. Oh, damn it, if I don't miss. Come on. No! No! Oh, they're all around me. Oh, no. Oh, shit. No, I cannot. They're all around me.
In a hard place.
Kill. Oh no, the yellow ones are almost dead. Our
Oh,
lord.
he's cowering.
Cowering.
Surrendered.
Zack. Oh, god damn it. Okay, last chance. So who's the bad? There's the lord. Okay, you need to die. No. Oh, there was some blood
There's no
spreading. Oh no.
chance.
Oh god, that's dramatic. Help.
I like how your captain's not falling back. He's just going to continue on to the bitter end.
Can someone help me, please? Oh, yes! One
That
down.
works.
Oh,
Another
no!
thing Toby was saying is that
Oh,
everyone can retreat if you lose too many men. And then you can actually carry on and just stay there while everyone else is running away and try and like finish off the bandit leader. If he might be the last person left by that point, or it
And
could be 2 people against 1 or whatever. But then you'll come back to the king and you said that or not the king, but you'll come back to the troops and they would say, oh, you know, you were terrible for running away, but then they'll say that you were the hero because you stayed and you know, like, finished off the battle.
And that's pretty cool. Here for the E3, when your commander calls for retreat, then you lost, and the people had to like restart the stuff.
Yeah.
But in the final game, exactly as you say, remember the Kunesh quest. Only because it looks like you failed at some particular point, it does not mean that the quest is gone.
No.
It just means that you have to come up with a new idea how you're going to solve the problem. So if you lose this quest here, like this battle, I mean, and then oh no, let's take rather this one maybe. and then you maybe they call for, like, your commander calls for retreat. Everyone is running away. Then you might stay on the battleground and try to get the commander of the bad guys, the bandit lord.
Yeah.
This might be very tricky, of course, very hard, but you can try to do it later as well, like sneak kill him later in the evening or something like that. So that's
Oh really? So you can just assassinate the bandit lord?
can at least try it.
Will you willingly lay down
Let's
your arms
shoot
and
him. Oh yes, that was to the knee. I'm almost certain. So
The crotch is the key area to hit.
oh god. Okay, I need to help someone. You.
I guess one good tactic is...
Shit!
Oh.
Shit! One good tactic is not go in the middle of the skirmish. God damn it!
Earlier you were giving me these like perfect demonstrations, just not dying at all, and then you turn the camera on, it's just all gone out the window.
On the other hand, it's still a good demonstration on how much you need to value the stamina.
I
Because
like how you handed me the controller the first time and I was victorious.
try it.
I will. Don't worry, I'll win it for you, Toby. I know you struggle with these things.
Well, show me how it's done, man. The problem is, if you run out of stamina, you are almost certainly dead, no matter what type of armor you have. So even if you have the full plate armor on you, and then you're going to fight with someone, and if you run out of stamina, again, it's a buffer for your health.
Let's try
So the moment you run out of stamina, they will take your energy or your maximum health, and if they do that, you can, of course, you're almost certainly dead. So always you have to like hit him twice or something like this, go back forth, and so on.
We've got a bow out as well, haven't we? Is that already equipped?
Yes,
Yeah,
but
okay.
try to shoot a bow with a visor. This is like super hard.
Don't worry, I've got this, Toby.
Okay, show me.
crimes against Sermaloda of Alestra.
Oh, nice.
Take it. Right, let's get the sword out. I don't trust myself in a battle with a bow like you.
There's someone from the right, there.
Oh right, I see.
So show me how this is done. Try to kill him quick because the others will have a huge problem.
I'm not very quick at all here.
That's because of the full plate armor. You're overpacked, overloaded as you see, and you ran out of stamina.
Oh,
and
God.
you're done. Okay, now we will win. Okay, last try.
Go.
Last try, then we will win. And then we'll go and cry somewhere, I guess. So, we are streaming already for a long time. I guess this is like really the last time.
Yeah.
And
I mean, considering it crashed once, and the firewall tried to stop us from streaming.
Firewall kicked us out, hopefully. Well, it didn't a second time after we smashed it. So, okay, so let's try it one last time, and this time we will win. You could also go on the mountain on the left and shoot from the top there. At least no one will attack you, but then you need to heavily rely on your bow shooting skills and on the AI. Because if you're on the top and can't help them, well, we did a bad job anyway. Even on the battleground. But
I
however,
was basically just there as a meat shield. Really.
Exactly. Operation Meat Shield. And yeah, so we'll try there. Let's prepare my boots. Come on, boys. That's Moorcock's famous sentence. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Come on. Okay. Are you ready? If you go close, you will trigger the
Oh, hello.
Why is he holstering his damned weapon? Whatever.
He's beating him up with his bare fist.
That's the stamina thing.
He clearly felt sorry for you, so he's like, "Oh, I'll just punch him to death this time."
Okay. Go back. Stamina. No stamina. And head.
Oh. Cleaved in two.
Okay. Again. Oh no.
Okay.
Oh no.
You've got a few people.
Okay, but if I try to get him down. Yes! I did not do anything, but
we killed the bandit.
and he has a
convulsing
seizure
on
or
the
something.
floor.
But you are victorious. However, this happened because he died, so that's a good thing. Okay, well, what did I do? I'm not sure. Combat. I will go to the main quest just to have some nice bag, because I have a little bit of Q&A as well, right? So some people were asking some questions, and that's what we are going to do in a second. Let me find a nice spot somewhere. where no one is harming us, and where we can have a peaceful life of a blacksmith's son. Is it a combat tutorial or is it main quest? Oh, perfect, main quest. So let's just put
A fine
this.
state you're in.
Yes, ma'am. I mean, mom. Agility, yes. And dialogue, yes. Look out the window, how beautiful it's Czech Republic, right? Or
Guys, if you've
Bohemia.
got any questions, just
It's
leave them.
now it's the perfect time for questions. So shoot your questions. I'm having an eye on the
This game is great. You're all just bad at harder games.
Yes.
That's a fair comment.
Well, I told you that this is like a nightmare for PR, like the skirmish thing. It's pretty cool because well, I want to show you, of course, the cool stuff, what's happening there. And the cool stuff, for example, is that you are fighting with one of the opponents, and one of your AI friends is coming from the back and hitting in on the head and almost like rescuing you pretty much. And you almost feel like you want to say, "Thank you, dude. You saved my life." And this kind of stuff is happening. That's in brackets randomly. Like if the AI decided that it wants to help you, then they do it. So yeah. So these are the cool situations where you fight with two guys, for example, and then all of a sudden your AI friends come from the back and kill them. So it just means that the skirmish has, or like all of the big fights and most of the quests in the game have a lot of replay value, because it might happen that in your game the skirmish will end after 5 seconds because this bandit lord was killed immediately, but it also and then for your friends, for example, they will say, well, it took me like 5 minutes or so, I could not beat them, and blah blah blah. So I think that's a pretty interesting approach there. So if I take a look at the question, so what do we have here? Animations during are the body animations during blah blah blah? No. So it's body animations and lip sync, and I told you already, this is of course something we are still working on. So this game is not finished yet completely. We are right now in optimizing stage, kind of. That means that you're shortening the codes, cleaning the stuff, making it run faster. As I said, it ran on E3. It ran already on the PS4.
It's coming out on Xbox as well.
It's coming. Yes, it's coming out as Xbox as well. We keep the next generation, of course, the next generation consoles like Xbox Scorpio and PS4. We keep them in mind already, of course, as well. So that's something we played on the PS4 Pro on E3. Any news on DLCs? Yeah, well, the DLCs is definitely something we are thinking about in the studio and talking about even with our co-publisher, and that's something we definitely are going to address.
I was interrogating Daniel about the DLCs actually.
Well, then don't tell anyone. Probably he told you some secrets.
Maybe.
We will talk about this in the future, and once we know certainly about stuff, when is what coming. Where, then we will tell you. But for example, what will be in the DLCs is, for example, stuff that did not make it into the in the final game of Kingdom Come, like on release day. So something like additional content or something. We will see. Once we know more, we tell you more.
Can I quickly ask you how the stealth mechanic works? Because some people are saying, it's obviously affected by armor. You have a visibility stat.
Exactly.
As well.
In your inventory there is visibility and noise.
Yeah.
And these are, and then there's the weather around you.
Oh right.
So if it's dark, your visibility is automatically less.
Yeah.
But on the other way, if you're wearing full plate armor, it's very visible because it's shiny and blinky and stuff like this. On the other hand, it protects you a lot. So the stealth mechanics work together a little bit like remember the badasses and stuff, where your armor was important. The same goes for the stealth mechanic. So if you wear the master armor, straw hat, a potato bag, then you're less noisy than with full plate armor. So you need to find your ninja clothing, take it. Then you are deadly with the
dagger.
Stealth kills, exactly, the insta kills with the dagger. But it comes of the cost of defense. So once this guy turns around and will fight you.
Is it possible to, if you're like very tactical, to play through like the majority of the game very stealthily?
Well, yes. Yeah. You can do bow shooting only, you can do stealth only, you can try to speech skill only. But sometimes in the big battles like here, there's like no way you can stealth kill someone.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe your own guys when they were standing in a row. But so there's, of course, sometimes as well with the peaceful approach, sometimes there's just a situation where you have to fight, and that's where you can't go around it. So I Does night
There's no third person.
Does night affect the game any other way than in the crime system? Well, crime system and stealth, that's one thing. But on the other hand, yes, it affects the daily cycles, for example. So all those people in questing as well. So all those people in the night will go to bed, of course. They have their dedicated homes, their dedicated places. So if you search for a guy who is during day at the, I don't know, mill or something, then during night he won't be there, of course. So it affects
It's the same when you wait and when you like fast travel, everything around you, like the game world, progresses and is like sort of...
That's why it worked so great in the beta.
Yeah.
Because we released the beta without any optimization, so the time skip and stuff we did there was, let's say, slow.
Yeah, like literally it was like, okay, I'm going to wait till the next morning. I'm going to go and cook some lunch or something.
Yeah.
But I saw them playing the latest model, and it's a lot faster, but you guys said you wanted it to be even faster.
Yeah, of course, optimizing. That's what we're doing right now. But it's not only, and that's important, why it's so slow. It has a reason that it's so slow. It's that we are not moving the sun only, but we are moving, imagine all those NPCs running around in super fast forward. They're doing their stuff, they're going from A to B, they're picking their stuff, going to bed, or whatever they do. Like, remember, the quests are happening without you, so they're doing the stuff. Yeah. So this needs a lot of computing power, AI power, and so on. So that's the reason why it's a little bit slowly here and there. Was a little bit slowly here and there.
So, for example, in the beta, like you said, you can save the game by drinking beer, and your dad actually asks you for some beer, and you can get it from the pantry, and the beer is cold. But obviously, if you like went to sleep or you did something else, that beer would actually become warm. So then, if you took the warm beer to your dad, he would like be angry at you.
Exactly.
So like little things like that, or like.
Exactly. That should introduce you to the rotting thing. That food or potions or whatever you take in your potions, not but food can get bad and spoil.
No, I thought they went off in the beta.
I can't remember right now if potions. Well, maybe they will. I'm not sure about that, right? But definitely food. And one time in the beta, it's like really long ago. There's like this very small ambush, if you remember, if you ride out of Talmberg. There's this one human dude hiding in the woods, and he's like coming out all of a sudden, like, hey, I want to fight you. And I was fighting with him on some kind of presentation for someone, and I was fighting with him, and I almost died, but survived, right? Yeah. So I had like really, really low health, and I opened the inventory to eat some stuff, and I had spoiled radish in my pocket. So I just ate it because I wanted some energy. But the spoiled radish poisoned me and killed me. So I got killed by spoiled radish and not by...
You must love presenting this game.
It's awesome. Okay. Are you making demo versions of the game? Well, the beta, the Kingdom Come Deliverance beta, you were playing.
It's over a year old now.
It's over a year old, but we are right now just and only focusing on the release of the game, which makes sense because, well, if you put more energy into the beta, it might be, of course, nice. Of course, you would, of course, appreciate it, but this might, again, eventually slow something down. So we are right now only focusing on Kingdom Come Deliverance to get the best result, to put the best effort and everything into the game. So, well, and it's not that far along. It's February 2013. That's when we're going to... one day before Valentine's Day. So make those girls, your fangirls, buy you a Valentine's gift.
You dumb me in now. I don't know if I'll be able to stream it. So someone's just asked if you have to eat to survive. You do. Exactly. And there's also like if you eat too much food, then you'll get like fat like a pig. You can't run around as quickly and you're very slow. And if you don't eat enough, you have the opposite end where you're like very dizzy and you have all these different mechanics and being injured as well, right?
Exactly. If you don't eat stuff, you will hear there will be like a audio feedback that you have like your stomach will go crazy and you will tell yourself, oh, I'm so hungry, and you can die out of starvation. And the other way around, if you eat too much, you cannot eat 10 apples or something, or 20 apples or something like this to get full energy. So you can only eat a certain amount because otherwise you're overstuffed, and then you cannot eat anymore. You get slower and so on. So there's like a small.
So there's like a bit of balance there. You can't just eat loads of food to regenerate your health.
Exactly. And you saw the combat earlier in the skirmish. You are not able to take any items inside the combat.
Okay.
You can open your inventory, but you cannot like unequip your helmet or change the armor or eat an apple or something like that. So wait a moment, and then you go.
Let me just eat an apple. Stay right there.
Are there any extinct animals living in the game?
There's actually a dragon and a few griffins as well.
Exactly, but they're hidden on the mountain, and it's pretty hard to get there.
Yeah.
However, I will ask Joanna about that, our historian, but I guess not.
Yeah,
There's no dodo, for example. But no dinosaurs as well, but I guess they lived in another time.
I'm getting a lot of questions about people who don't seem to realise that the game is historically based. All the towns and the castles that you're asking the names of, they're all named as they would be back in Prague in the Czech Republic, all that time ago. Or even the map is recreated from real life places. I mean, I'm sure you can give me some of those. You've taken real life photos of half the monastery.
Exactly.
And then you've got the half in game which they've rebuilt, and it's all been done from historical documents and a bit of guesswork as well, because not everything is known. But as close, I interviewed the developers and the historian working on the project, and she was telling me everything is literally as close to as historically perfect as it can be with what they have available.
Of course, you need to. It's just a video game, so you need to do compromises here and there.
I don't know, man. I think you've gone beyond just a video game. People say yeah, we have medieval combat, it's historical, but this has gone to the next level.
How do you like our map, the Fog of War? I really love it.
Yeah, the Fog of War is very
great,
clever.
right?
And when you do walk over there, and the cloud disappears and you load up the map again.
Yes, that's cool,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And
the artwork is also amazing.
Exactly as you said. This game is based on a true story. So most of the things that's going to happen here really happened back then in history. You, Henry, are a fictional character, but you will have the chance to play through a historical event or through historical events that really happen. So you can pull some strings and explain some stuff. This, for example, is a town map of Silver Scalus, and if you hover over the here those small sheets or coat of arms, it will tell you what to do there.
Yeah.
This will be the fast travel thing where you can travel from here to this point, you see, and it gives you a little on the map. You will see those dots where you will fast travel on your map. So if you fast travel there, this small figurine there in the middle will walk there, and it can randomly pull out of the fast travel if there's an ambush or something. That's pretty neat as well. And yeah, again, as you said, we try to have great focus on the details. And if we check the codex again,
mining there, and this town is renowned for being the silver mine town.
That's why it's called Silver Scalus.
There we go.
That's a silver mining town.
Top observations there.
There was probably a settlement in here. And again, for those who don't know, this is really, but it's, of course, I don't want to stress this too much, because someone might be not interested at all in these historical events, which is totally fine.
Yeah.
But for those who are, they can learn something if they want.
Yeah, you can read through everything.
Summerpesh from the first alpha. There must be Talmberg somewhere. Talmberg.
There you go.
This Bergfried Tower was built on a rocky promontory, blah blah blah, 13th century and so on.
I know this is exactly how they would have been, when they existed.
Yeah. Okay. I guess all cool things must end sometime. Let me check if there. Do your fans have any
other questions? Okay,
let's choose something.
Let's have a few more questions.
Oh, that's looking at 2 pages, not realizing
you
it's the same.
You have trebuchets and things like that, don't you?
Yes.
Medieval
Konrad
combat.
Kaiser, Brian Blessed, will build a trebuchet for you. However, you will not use them. It will be something that will be used by someone throughout cutscenes or throughout the game. And you will not be all of a sudden a trebuchet master.
You're working on having the helmet visor going up and down.
Exactly. We are working on, at least we want to have it, that you, with a button or something, that we will be able to lift your
Can you
visor.
get a house?
No, you will get dedicated places where to sleep and where to go. You will lose your house. The house you live in is right behind you, and
spoilers.
And all of a sudden the sound chain turned off, and that's the end for the game, I would say. So it doesn't matter.
You can get injured on specific parts of your body, can't you?
Yes, you can. And if you get injured in specific parts of your body, you will be slower at fighting, for example. If you will be more.
Philip says, "What about all the dragons that are mentioned throughout history?"
Well, actually, in Brno, which is a city like 200 kilometers from here, they thought they found a dragon back then, but in fact it was just a crocodile skeleton they got from some
They just
some
wouldn't
trip
have
or
known
something.
what that was.
They
it
didn't
was
know
so
what that was,
foreign.
so they thought this is
Wow.
that this must be a legend dragon. Eventually, someone will talk about this.
Apparently, your beta is a lot less glitchy than Assassin's Creed Unity.
I guess that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
All right, guys.
Paulson goes.
Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to Warhorse Studios as well if you guys
And
want
to the ESO channel,
continuous
very important.
updates. Thank you, Toby. And we'll keep you posted. I think we're going to record a segment tomorrow, which is going to be more about the story of the first sort of section of the game, probably about half an hour long or something, and we'll discuss the game a bit more and we'll listen to the cutscenes. So if you're interested in that, I'll upload that at some point as well. And I've also had a tour around the studio as well, so I'll be uploading a tour around what everything looks like and some of the cool props they've got in this room, like the foam swords.
It's
And
great.
the real swords, which are pretty epic.
It's something you need because of some strange reason the actors didn't want to hit each other, so we needed to give them a foam sword.
Someone lost their heads.
But we don't talk about that. Okay, guys.
All right, guys. Catch you later.
Catch you later. Thank you for being with us, and see you somewhere around.
See you later.
Where is the right button?
Just stop streaming. Just there.